portion. Okay. Hey, this one is a black bush robin, which I mentioned that we wanted to drive to go and see it, and the GPS tell us to go across the 4-wheel drive tracks. Okay, let's pause it. This is called Arabian babbler. Okay, likes to run around the ground. And this one is abnormal. Abnormal. Most of them are like this, but this one we don't know why it is like this. It is a European bee eater. A very nice color. This is a green bee eater, different from the Thailand green bee eater, different species, but the name is, I don't know why they use the same name. Okay. This is a blue cheek bee eater, looks like our blue tail, but different species. This is Ortolans bunting. This one not common in Eilat. This one to the north of Israel is more common. This is a corn bunting. And because over there is desert, so dry, any water body becomes a magnet for all the birds. Especially this kind of bird, they eat seeds, which is also very dry, so they need to drink every day. So this is a corn bunting. This is a Spanish sparrow, male, and this is a female Spanish sparrow. This one is a crash mask bunting. You can see the name CRETZSCHMARS. Must be named after somebody. Okay, another view of this crash mask bunting. This is a pygmy cormorant. There are two species. Okay, this is the smaller one, and then this is the bigger one, the normal cormorant. These are adults with nice color. This is the juvenile. These are common cranes. These are from to the north. You also can see there's a lot of greenery here because to the north is much more greener compared to the south, which is desert. And if you go there, they have this tour whereby they have the tractor pulling this green gallery, shaded one for you to look at the birds. When I went there, it was actually the end of the season. That's why you don't see so many. Later you'll see a picture with a lot of cranes. These are common cranes. Common crane in flight. Okay, a small flock. This is a laughing duck, a bit like our spotted duck, except that the spots are in the front. Okay, another view. This is a Eurasian collared duck. And, okay, this one is very small, but why I like this picture is because this is in the desert, in the middle of nowhere. And this, I think, I like to believe it's a truly wild rock dove, not the domestic one. That's why I like this picture. Rose-winged parakeet is actually an STP that established itself over there. This is a female European blackbird. Hooded crow, quite a handsome looking bird. This one now is called yes, boo-boo, correct? The gist is boo-boo. This is called spectacled boo-boo for the eye ring. Previously it was called yellow-vented boo-boo. This is a green finch. And this is a common stonechat. Actually, I look at the book. There's European stonechat, there is a Siberian stonechat, and don't know what other stonechat. I cannot decide what it is. So instead of splitting it, I just lump it. I call it a common stonechat. Easy. This is a Eurasian right neck. Upo. This is a blue throat. And they are very tame. In the birding center, they ring them. That's why you see the ring here. And after they let them go, the birds will still hang around to feed because that's the only stand of bush around. Okay, so and they allow people to come back here. Okay, this one, the tail you can see is graduated, meaning that short to longer. This is a typical prener's tail. This is a graceful prener. Another view of the graceful prener. It is mallat, wild ones, but these were at a park, at a pond, and then they were looking at me because they were expecting me to give them food. I didn't give them any chance. This is a northern traveller, a female, and these are Eurasian teals. Okay, the male one is a bit more colorful. You see the female one is a bit more plain. Okay, now look at the male. Okay, this one basically is near Eilat, one of the ponds. In front you have northern shovelers, a lot of males. Female are there, you see, male, female, female, female. It's just that they blend so well you can hardly pick them out. What strikes you is all the male. Okay. Then a bit behind this one are the common shell ducks. And further back you have gulls, few terns, as well as greater flamingos. There's only one species there, which is make it easy lah. The other species is lesser flamingo, doesn't occur over there. And you see over here this huge fence. Basically it separates Israel from Jordan. Okay, northern pintail, the male over here, the female, you can't really see, but I can see from the head it's a bit more plain compared to the male. This is a common shell duck. Common could common. They also have little breed. Okay, so we go there, we're not so lost. There are some species we can recognize. Common moorhen. Cattle egret, but different species. At first we didn't pay attention, no? We thought cattle egret. Then later on when I checked the book, I said, oh, western cattle egret. Ours here is eastern, so it's actually a different species. A bit smaller, but other than that, it's the same. This is their version of the Pacific reef egret. They call a western reef egret. Our local one, there's a white moth and dark moth. Over there, they have white, dark, and intermediate. So this one is an intermediate with both white and dark patches. Okay, little egret, should be also there. This is the Bussy ibis, a juvenile. Purple herons. Over there, this is actually only about half the flock. Okay, and in the evenings they fly in big flocks, which we don't see in Singapore. It's a spotted heron. It looks like our pond heron, and also in winter plumage it looks very similar. This is breeding plumage. A nice plumes over here. Blue facial skin. This is the greater flamingo. Closer look at the adult. And this is the juvenile. And this is basically where we go to look at the flamingos and the gulls and the ducks. And this is a slender-billed gull, an adult. This one is a juvenile or winter plumage, so you can see the bill is not yellow. Okay. The gull is flying. Mainly the lesser, the slender bill, as well as a few yellow-legged. You can see the V shape, they fly like ducks also, but not always. Sometimes they mix together. This is at the North Beach area, flying low over the beach. Again, another flock. And basically, they like to fly around as the sun is setting before they go and find a place to roam. So you can see the Eilat city, the Eilat Mountains, and the sun setting to the west, and the birds are going off to find some place to rest. This is the beach in the daytime. It's a Caspian tern, this is an adult. We have this in our checklist also, but very rare. Caught a fish. This is a juvenile, the head is not all black. And this one is actually full frame. So near that the wing is chopped off, you can't see. Glossy ibis, okay, adults, juvenile here and juvenile over here. Glossy ibis, flock of them. You can see the heels, they are green, this is actually to the north. Glossy ibis again, juvenile. And see how they fit, they put their whole head inside there. I don't know whether they can see anything, I don't think so. I think they go by feel, using their heads. They also like to fly in some kind of V shape. This is to the south, near Eilat. This is a pied kingfisher. It likes to come at dusk, start to hunt before sunset, like the last meal before I go and sleep. So you just suddenly fly, appear, and then just hover. Then when you see something, you just touch straight. So I lucky managed to get it. And then managed to catch a fish. It's another view of it hovering. That's why I watched protecting vision. So we're not totally lost when they're there. This is a crested lark, very common over there. Another view of the crested lark. Desert lark again. This one is very tame. Everywhere you go, they will just come near you. This is a sand partridge, a male. Okay, I was lucky. I managed to see it on many occasions. That sometimes they're just on top of the mound calling, and then you just turn to where the sound is there. And at some places, like the valley I show you, where we see the vultures, okay, they also occur around there. This was actually taken over there. And there's a slope. You just come up from the slope, and you can see it's really coming up. This is the female, a lot more well camouflaged. This is a chuka partridge, very colorful and nice. Notice this feather over here. If you look at the next picture, see? It actually comes up to the side. Maybe it's like a interesting, huh? Okay, great white pelicans also to the north. Again, soaring birds, they may not be raptors, so these are the great white pelicans soaring. More of them, plus common cranes. This is a water pipit. This standard pipit, very brown, not much features. This is a red-throated pipit. This is the one, the McQueen's bastard. People drive at 4 a.m., drive for 2-3 hours to reach the site early morning to see. This is not my photo, this is this guy. Later I'll tell you more about him and how he get this picture. I managed to see this bird, but it was far away, so I didn't manage to get a photo. So this is the place where they set up this rail cars for people to use like a hike. And this going from inside the adventures, most people bring scope, so they will stand and look at the birds. This guy using binocular, this one using scope. And the birds are, it can be like, you see the hills over here, they can be in the middle, or they can be right almost at the far end. So you really need a scope over there. Okay, most people, independent birders, will be driving their own car. You see these two big ones are, this group are from the bird festival. They join the tour and then they are being brought around this area. Okay, this is a ruff, which is we have also, but very rare. This is just to show you all the different colors. This one you see is very whitish. This one is reddish on the neck. This one is more brownish. This one also a bit more brownish. So there are many different shades colors in the ruff. And this picture is at the pond that's near Eilat. And every evening, as the sun is about to set, people will start to gather like this to wait for the bird to come either here or here. Okay, if you are lucky, they come here. Not so lucky, they go there a bit further away. And they come after sunset. So the director of the birding center, actually, when I first asked him, he told me, you go there before sunset, settle down, sit down quietly, and then wait for the sun to set. And when it gets so dark, you think you should give up, that's when the bird comes. And this is the bird, it's called a Liechtenstein sandgrouse. The male is a bit more colorful, and the female is a bit more red. This is what I managed to get using my camera. When we are looking through the binocular, through the scope, don't see any of these colors, nothing at all. You just see black shapes moving about. They go down to the water, drink, then they come up, they stay stationary for a while. Usually they spend a few minutes there. Then when they're happy already, they will just fly off. Okay, and when I ask them this, why don't people see it in the daytime? They say it's because they feed in inaccessible places where there are no roads. So only in the evening when they come to drink water, then people manage to see it. But of course, there are other people who are lucky and manage to see it.
I think yours is the only photograph because the rest all don't think that they can get any photo because they hardly even see,
In fact, when I look through my camera, I'm not sure whether it's in focus or not. I just try only. And I press, after I press, I didn't even bother to check. I just keep pressing. Then when the bird fly off, then I check. Wow, hang on for one. The rest are blur. And this is like 1/8 of a second on a 600 mm. If you, for photography, right, usually they say that if you are 600 mm, your shutter speed should be 1/600, the same number. This is 1/8, this is almost 100 times less. Okay, this is a different species. It's called a crown sand grouse. Again, it comes to water. This is near the place where we'll go to see the queen's bastard. There's this lady, she's actually from Kenya, but she somehow is living in Israel in this little village that consists of probably 10 families only. And they keep goats and sheep and whatnot. And she set up this water area for birds to come, and then she actually built a hike for people to take photos. And she also have a nice sitting area for you to enjoy tea, coffee, while waiting for the birds to show up. Okay, this is a marsh stripe in the parks. This is a southern grey stripe. And this is a bush check stripe. It's Avosec, it's to the north in the Hula Nature Reserve. Later I'll tell you a bit more about Hula Nature Reserve. This is a little crate. It's at the Eilat Birding Center itself. There's a height, and this is very tame. It just come right in front of you, 2-3 meters, and it just walk. And most of the time it's looking down, so it doesn't have eye contact. This is the only one out of the 100 pictures that at least got some more eye contact. The rest is just looking down. This is a masked lapwing, quite a common species over there. Black-winged stilt. This is a green sandpiper. Let me check. Is it good or green? Yes, correct. Green sandpiper.
Can't see the tail.
Little sting. Common ring plover. Common ring don't have the eye ring. The little ring will have the eye ring. This is a wood sandpiper. Those very similar to the green. The green one is a bit more darker than the black. Common ring shank, which we have also. Common sandpiper. Black-tailed godwit. Okay. And you see the bill, this is called rhynchokinesis. Basically the bird is able to flex the bill. Not only up, actually it can flex down also. That's how when they catch food, it can be so tight that the food doesn't run away. A marsh sandpiper. Marsh sandpiper again. House sparrow, this is a male. Female house sparrow. Spanish sparrow, a male. And Spanish sparrow, these are grass, so they are feeding on the grass seeds. Flock of them. Bigger flock. And bigger flock. Lagi bigger flock. And this is not all, no, they're actually at the left and right, there's still one. Behind, see, there's more. Okay, western white stock, quite iconic bird over there. A lone bird in the field near the lesser kestrel area. This to the north is actually at the rubbish dump, but I think I managed to not show you any rubbish in this photo. Okay, white stocks flying over there. Another white stock. This black start, quite common in the desert area. Common red start. Another common red start. Black cap, the male has a black cap and the female has a brown cap. Why not call it brown cap, right? Bear. Okay, this lesser white-throat is probably one of the most common little warblers in all the bushes. And they visit the flowers, and sometimes they poke their head so much that the head is become yellow color, the front part over here, because of pollen. Okay, another lesser white-throat, upside down. This is a sedge warbler. It's a Eastern Bornellis warbler. It's also one of the more common warblers over there. This is the one that Alan mentioned, cypress warbler. And this is Alan taking photo of the cypress warbler over here. It is right beside the highway. Okay, this Raptor's warbler, male, also one of the more common ones. You can see actually the front part There's a lot of pollen stuck to it. It's supposed to be black, but it's a bit yellowish. It is a female. And this is Holland Park. So in the desert area, this is typically again like what you see, all bare, except at the valleys you can see some. This one is actually a man-made park, and you see this black piping, they're actually water, treated sewage water. White wagtail, another white wagtail. This is a yellow wagtail. You can see the head is all black. There are many different subspecies. This one you see the head is grey with supercilium. Okay, this is a northern wheat ear. Okay, there are quite a number of species of wheat ear. The body structure is the same. Some are black and white, some are brown like this one. Okay, this is a northern wheat ear male. Okay, this is a eastern morning wheat ear. And this place is called Uta Valley. You look at it, it's all looks like very bad. But when you walk in, you can see little birds perched on all these small bushes. And in fact, it's one of the more productive spots where you see all the different wheat ears. Sand grouse also. I also managed to see the crown sand grouse over here. And kestrels. Camels. I'm not sure whether they are truly wild or released or what. But some of them actually can be seen at the roadside to the northern part of Eilat. There is a Nubian ibex. This is an adult male. This I think is a female and a kid, small one. This is a gazelle, mountain gazelle, two of them. And this is a rock hyrax. Near this place called Ingedi. Lowest place on earth. So again, not just birding, but since there are such a place, we must go. Must take pictures. This is near the Dead Sea. Okay, so when you drive, you see sea level. As you go further down, it's all below sea level. And they have these areas where people can look at vistas of the Dead Sea area. This is a Tristram starling. And this is taken using a handphone. They are not afraid of people. They view of the Dead Sea. These are actually public areas. You don't have to pay anything. They have restrooms and changing area also free. You don't have to pay anything. In fact, I went here to float in the water. Very interesting sensation. When you go in, right, naturally you float above your armpits. You just cannot sing none. But it's very fun because you can either try to stay vertical, which you have to balance. Because after a while you sure flip backward one, you land on your back. But floating of course. Then either that or you land on your front. Yeah, so it's like a pendulum though. After a while you either this way or this way. So you see, actually this one is probably knee deep only in the water. All it takes is knee deep water, you can float already. These people are actually not standing, I think they are just squatting already. Another view. Okay, this one is a kibbutz. Kibbutz is like a little settlement, and in the desert areas, right, they have this concept of kibbutz whereby everywhere nobody rides. So they want to set a settlement. They grow trees, they put fencing around, okay, fence this area, and there's a gate guarded. Only people who live there can actually go inside there. Okay, it's also to protect against terrorists because they have security. But some of these people actually open their homes for visitors to stay. So some birders actually stay inside there. And these are good grounds also because all these trees attract birds. And then people see owls there also. Okay, this one is probably about 80 kilometers up from Eilat, up north, along the border with Jordan. Remember the previous picture, that this nice big fence? That's near the south. Over here, this is the big gate, but if you look at this, it's one metal pole, and then one line, two line, three line over here. That's it. And this one is banned, no? So actually, people hop over, take photo. Hey, I'm in Jordan. Don't need passport. Then they hop back. They allow this because I think Jordan and Israel got peace treaty, So, but probably one day the fence will bring you all the way until here. Then they can't do this anymore. Okay, so this to the north, you can see there's a lot more greenery. This is Mount Hermon. There's some snow there. That was in March. And actually, in winter, people go skiing in that area. So in the north, there are two key birding areas. It's called the Hula Valley area. One is called Agaman Hula. The other one is the Hula Nature Reserve. I went to both, since there must visit both, right? Okay, so the Hula Visitor Center, so this one is a bit more interesting because they have this nice theater. Okay, they call it Euphoria lah. It's like a mini omni theater. They are moving seats. They can smell also the pollen and whatnot. There's wind when the show that there's wind, you can feel a gush of air. And when they show the bird dive in water splash, you get splashed with water also. So it's a very interesting experience, and apparently it's one of a kind. Only that the place has this. Okay, it's 3D also. You have to actually wear the 3D glasses to see, and you can see the bird dive right at you. So it's a very interesting experience. Yeah, it's also not too big. It's about maybe Sungai Buloh. Okay, now the current one without the closed area. Only one trail from visitor center to the observation tower and then the height. This where we can see pelicans. Okay, this is the center. It's the northern travelers who are actually moving around here. Agaman Hula is the other place. You can see there are a lot of common cranes. And in peak season, okay, basically this is the visitor center, and it's so big that you see this bicycle. They actually have bicycle, they have tricycle, they have quad cycle for 4 persons to sit. They also have golf buggy for 4-seater or 6-seater. So you rent by the hour to move around. Because it's so big, you want to walk, can but it's a bit tiring. Also because the main area are around here. So this area it's not close to the water. So you just walk along here, you do see some birds, but not that much. So also when I was there, luckily they had a talk. Basically a guy talked about bird photography in Israel, and talked about this book, Birds in the Holy Land, by this guy, a German guy. And this the guy photographing the books for people to talk. And this is one of his photos. The Liechtenstein's sandgrouse, where I showed the picture, people all sit there wait for sun to set. He managed to get it in a day. I don't know where he find it. This also by him. And how did he take picture of such a shy bird? Basically, he told us and he showed us the slide. Is that he used you know the refrigerator, you buy new one, they come in a cardboard box. At the bottom is open one. So he actually used that one. He cut a hole, put his camera there, and then because the cardboard is so light, right? He can actually stand up and then move with the cardboard and slowly creep towards the bird. But also cardboard, is not the ventilation is very poor, so actually very hot. So come through a lot of hardship to get this kind of picture. Okay, again this picture of a belly owl, belly harrier. Okay, a bit on the north. Now we talk about the Eilat Bird Festival in spring, right? To the south, they tie in with the champions of the Flyway. In the north, Hula Valley, they have a bird festival in autumn. So they complement each other. In November this year, they also have 1 full week of birding here in this Hula Valley area. And in peak season, you can actually see 42,000 common cranes over there. With Mount Hermon with snow in the background. It's an imperial eagle feeding on juvenile common crane that didn't make it. This is not by me, it's all by the guy, Thomas Kalunaker. Same guy. Great white pelicans, so many of them. Okay, so if you go there, you need this book, Birds of the Middle East. There's no Birds of Israel book, so you need this. That's all I have for everybody. Cheers.